Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. We're going to talk about Escorts now. The sales are down for the second straight month in a row. Remember, the IMD has also reduced their monsoon forecast for the year. What will the impact on rural-facing sectors be? Bharat Madan, the Group CFO of Escorts, joins us on the line now to talk about that. The total sales that Escorts has reported this month around is 5,693 units in August, which is a fall of 13.5% on a month-on-month basis. Mr. Madan, good morning and thanks for joining us. I just wanted to understand what the outlook is as we head into September and October. It's been 2 months now that the sales have been under pressure. Do you think that could continue?
So Sonia, this obviously August is a weak month historically. So if you exclude the last year, which was a different situation because of the pandemic situation, the lockdown, so there was a lot of pent-up demand in these months when the market started opening up. But historically, August has never been a good month. So if you really compare with the past 7-8 years, I think excluding last year, I think this has been still the best month, we'd say, for tractor sale, for the industry. So, but yes, going forward, I think we are optimistic. So in between this, we did see a slowdown happening on the retail side during this month, and partly also because of the bad situation, because the monsoon really had a break in between. In the months of July and August, we've seen some pressures really coming up from that perspective. But now looking at the prediction for September, it looks like September should be a reasonably good month in the rest of the range. So that should catch up some of the shortfall which is there. And the last few days, we've seen good trade growth happening in some of the deficient area, which will also help us in actually maintaining the good reservoirs level. So we are very hopeful. September, October, November, I think that coming season months, so which is just seeing the onset of season month, and there are a lot of hopes actually on these months, which can actually define the trend of the industry for this year.
Mr. Madan, good morning. Have you lost a bit of a market share over the last 2 to 3 months?
So YTD basis, we are marginally up. So I think it is 10%. We are about 20-30 basis points up in market share compared to last year. But yes, barring one-off month, but these are wholesale numbers, so it's realistically difficult to compare one-off month. But on YTD basis, there is no loss in market share. It's mildly gain actually, both on domestic as well as export.
Okay. So you've seen a mild gain in your market share, both in domestic and exports. I do want to ask you what's happening with Kubota, because, the management had an analyst meet last month and they had some very positive things to say about the India business. Are they at any point looking to raise stake in Escorts? Are talks on for that?
But there's no discussion. I think it's more market speculation. But I think the commentary which came from Kubota's perspective was, I think the Indian business is doing well, and they've seen a good growth coming in the sales JV also. I think we are also participating, and we are 40% partner there. I think the last year was extremely good for them in terms of the sales, both on the tractor side as well as the farm equipment side, which is the harvester combined business which they have. And this year also they're seeing good traction. So the industry overall is still likely to be positive, and especially the market in the south, where the rainfall has been quite good, and they're seeing very good, strong growth numbers compared to the northern market, where Escorts is a strong player. So Kubota definitely will be a good play, I think, this year too.
You said September onwards things should become better. Can you give us any ballpark number?
Yeah, so only see September obviously will be a good month because there will be some, I think, stocking will happen, but the season actually will start from October onwards. So when you got all Navratras and Diwali coming up, in October and to the beginning of November. So we'll see some stocking will happen in September. But as it is, the base for last year is quite high. So if you really see the first quarter, the growth has been very, very good for the industry, almost 38-39%, but the last 2 months has seen some decline happening now. And probably September could be sort of flat months or maybe very marginal here and there. But I think generally we're seeing the volumes will be very, very high in these next 3 months. So that's why I think a lot of inventories are being built up in that hope with the channel level, with the companies. Productions are continuing still at a peak level. So I think we are hopeful these will be the defining months for the industry for going forward.
View is that the tractor inventory levels are very high currently, and that September also there will be a decline leading to a double-digit decline in this quarter. Can you just clarify for us what exactly is the inventory that you're sitting on currently, and are you looking at a double-digit decline for the quarter?
So September may not see, like September I said, maybe a flattish month or maybe a minor decline or minor growth. So, but it will be very, very minor. So because the base has been quite high. So overall the inventory level with the channel for us is close to about 4 weeks now. So for 4.5 weeks, which is not very high looking at the festive season is coming now. And then we'll see at least a lot of units happening in these months. So that build-up is required. But yes, if something goes wrong in those months, if there's another way or something happens then definitely it will be a cause of concern, for the industry. But as of now, I think things are looking positive for the coming season.
Okay, Mr. Madan, thanks a lot for joining us, and all of us hope that there's not another wave. That's Escorts. Just moving on to the market now. Look at the broader market. The mid-cap market is now on